Today we're talking about one of my favorite quotes from St. Francis de Sales. Nothing slows the growth in virtue as to wanting to acquire with too much haste. Jacques Philippe actually quotes St. Francis de Sales quite a bit at the end of the book. He has a whole section on what do the saints say about peace, and I read that section this morning, and I'm just like, okay, this is where we're going today. Deviating from like the standard, here's the kind of the we're going chapter by chapter. I'm fast forwarding you guys to the end, to the saints section, just a little bit, because it's something that resonates with me a lot, and especially even like growing out a YouTube channel and like wanting to impact people out there and teach people about peace, teach people about the peace of Christ and what the quickest way to a peace, to the quickest way to acquire peace is abandonment to divine providence, and I want people to know that because we need peace in this world desperately, and I want to keep talking about it, and I'll keep popping on here, and if people are listening, great. If the video gets like 4 views, great. But as you're joining, I want you guys to feel free, whether you're catching it live right now or listening to the replay, go ahead and throw in the comment section below an emoji on how you're doing today. Yeah, let me know how you're doing with an emoji. If you need to explain the emoji a little bit, go ahead and throw some words in there. But just one emoji, how you're doing today, and let's talk about it. Nothing slows the growth in virtue as wanting to acquire it with too much haste. And he talks about, Jacques Philippe talks about, he doesn't talk about, he quotes Philip Neri. Philip Neri is one of my other favorite saints, but Francis de Sales, and at length. And one of the things that Francis de Sales reminds us of is when the Lord was talking to Saint Martha, and he said to her, "Martha, Martha, you are anxious and upset over many things." Francis de Sales adds, "You see, if she had simply been caring, she would have hardly been troubled. But because she was worried and anxious, she becomes hurried, upset. And this is why our Lord reprimanded her." Never is a task accomplished with impetus and haste done well. Therefore, accept with peace all the tasks that come to you, and try to accomplish them in order one after another. This is the great wisdom from St. Francis de Sales, where he's saying, like, nothing will be accomplished with great haste. Like nothing, like the product at the end of the day won't be good. It's actually the opposite. Is like, how do we slow down and trust that the Lord is here with us? Hi to those of you who are joining right now, and thanks for the like. Go ahead and put in the comment section below as you guys are joining how you're doing today with an emoji. I know people are coming in from all sorts of different places. Some people seeing the title and they're like, "Hey, I want to find out how do I grow in peace." Other people are probably just on the internet, bored and jumping in here. I don't. Wherever you're coming from, go ahead and throw in the comment section below an emoji on how you're doing today. It's good to have you. But we're talking about a really important topic that Francis de Sales talks to us about. That nothing slows the growth in virtue or growing as a human being, except, or nothing slows it more than wanting to acquire virtue with too much haste. Somebody asked in the section below, what is this live about? This live's about finding greater peace, because in today's world, we don't have peace. In today's world, we find ourselves running from one thing to the next, and then when we get overwhelmed and busy and checked out, we then go to YouTube or go to Facebook or go to someplace to try to find peace or try to find rest, and it doesn't work. It's never enough. And that's what these live series is about. And one of the ways we lose our peace super quickly is like when we try to do things faster and faster and faster. And the reality is like, if we slow down and realize it's not on our timing, but on the Lord's timing that things happen, then we find more peace. And it's something that I've learned time and time again, and want to encourage people to discover for themselves, like to actually slow down and to realize the quickest way to finding peace is through abandonment to divine providence. That is, which is kind of like an oxymoron or ironic statement. The quickest way is to slow down, right? But that's true. Like, we slow down and like live in the present moment because that's all we have. We don't have a guarantee of tomorrow, and we can't fix things in the past, but we can slow down in this present moment and realize like it's going to be okay. I think all of us are really agitated and jazzed up and like trying to get everything done at this minute. But it's like I even had this yesterday. You go back to the live I was talking about yesterday and how Wednesday was a drag. And when I slowed down, like I was actually able to be more productive because it was in that moment that like God actually had something for me. So I want to go ahead and encourage you guys to follow along if you're interested in learning more about peace. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna leave it here for now, and I'll catch you soon. God bless.